Hi everyone, in this tutorial I want to show you how you can actually configure the Android Studio 2.2 in your computer. So let's first we need to actually open the Android Studio IDE. As you can see here, I opened the Android Studio IDE, and now as you can see it's going to actually open this window for me. And here you can see that the version of my Android Studio is version 2.2, right? So in order to configure the Android Studio 2.2, you just need to click on this configure here at the bottom, and then click on SDK Manager here. And here it's going to actually open this window for me. And here I just need to click on this Launch Standalone SDK Manager. Okay, click on it, and then it's going to actually open it for me. And here is the Android SDK Manager. And here make sure that you actually install the Android SDK tools, as you can see here. Android SDK platform tools, Android SDK build tools. So make sure that you actually install the latest version of the Android SDK build tools here, the version 24.0.2. And here, as you can see, we've got the Android 7.0. So in this course, I'm going to actually add the support for Android 7 also. Okay, so you can actually also create Android applications for Android 7. So just open this, as you can see here, we have this folder, right? Android 7.0. So just open this folder. And here, as you can see, we need to actually install some of these components. Okay, so the first one is going to be the documentation for Android SDK. And the second one, which is really important, is this one, SDK platform. Make sure that you actually install this one. Just check this checkbox here, as you can see. So let me actually uncheck this checkbox here for this Android 7. And here, make sure that you actually install this one, documentation for Android SDK platform here. And here, make sure that you actually install the Intel x86 Atom 64 system image. Okay, and install this one, Intel x86 and Atom system image. When we want to actually create more complex Android applications, we will once again open this Android SDK Manager, and then I'm going to show you how to install other components. But for now, make sure that you actually install these components, and then install this Google APIs and sources for Android SDK, which is really important. And make sure that you actually install this one, Google APIs Intel x86 Atom system image here. And here, as you can see, we have this Android 6.0, which is Android Marshmallow here. Again, make sure that you actually install the SDK platform and Google APIs, Intel x86 Atom system image, sources for Android SDK. And here, make sure to install this one, Intel x86 Atom 64 system image and Intel x86 Atom system image. And then here, as you can see, we have some components to install, right? And here, as you can see at the bottom, we have this extras folder. And here, I make sure to install Android support repository, Google Play services, Google repository. Okay, this is very important. And at the bottom, as you can see, we have this one, Intel x86 emulator accelerator HAXM installer. Make sure that you actually install this one. Or if you have this one installed on your computer, make sure to update it to the latest version. And then here, as you can see at the right, we have this option here, install 14 packages, right? So here it's going to actually open this window for me. As you can see here, these are the components we actually chose to install or update for our IDE. And here, as you can see at the right hand side, we have this accept license. And then here, as you can see, this checkbox is checked, accept license here, as you can see. And then we can actually install the packages. Okay, install all packages, and then click on install, and then it's going to actually install the packages for me. Okay, so I think that's enough for this tutorial. So if you have any questions, please post a discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.